Gary Stevens.
Yeah, perhaps so. But certainly a powerful race, and the fact that American Eyes came back and won early in the card today, I think that has a lot to do with those odds.
Now you see a little shimmer of sweat on the neck of the one prime issue. I don't look to that to be a negative at this temperature. It's warm, it's beautiful.
Right. And look, if it's like the last race the City of Light ran in, when he comes into focus, you're going to see some sweat on his shoulder too. This is what he does in his races. That's a pretty good lather on his shoulders, but that's exactly how he looked in his last race, so I'm not going to hold it against him.
You see Proud zoning going into line, just about ready for the start of this third race from Del Mar. We'll head upstairs to Trevor Denman to call.
Midnight Pleasure in the green. Dabster in the gold. Loading quickly. Camino d'Estrella goes forward. Sir Samson. Mesa Sky will be the last one. Camino d'Estrella up to the gate. Mesa Sky. All in. And away they go. It appeared to come out smoothly. Mesa Sky from the outside gate is very fast, but they're all lining up here. Here comes Prime Issue in the black down at the rail. City of Light in the pink goes with him. Right in behind that is Donworth making good headway in the white colors. Alongside Newcomer, Dabster's sent along in the gold. Sir Samson on the extreme outside, been followed by Newcomer, has now dropped 6 off the leaders. In behind that, Camino d'Estrella. Down at the rail, Midnight Pleasure is third last, gives them a good 10-length start. Then comes Chief of Staff, and Proud zoning as last. Into the turn they go. Prime Issue at the rail and City of Light. Those two lead it by 2. Donworth comes after them third. Dabster's on the far side. In behind that, Boy Howdy's in deep water, starting to fade. Then Sir Samson, and behind that comes Mesa Sky. They come into the top of the lane, and City of Light goes on. City of Light kicks clear. Prime Issue tries to re-rally but can't at this stage. On the outside of those two comes Dabster to chase them home now as well. Past the 8th pole they come, and City of Light's hanging on. Dabster's coming with a nice run. On the outside, Midnight Pleasure is finishing gamely too. City of Light desperate. Dabster coming to get him. Dabster's going to get him. Dabster's got him. Dabster wins going away. Dabster to City of Light. Midnight Pleasure third. Mesa Sky was fourth.
Victory to the Dabster. Dabster gets it done on the wire, running down the favorite City of Light. Didn't look as if it was going to end up that way when they turned for home, Tom.
Quick early, a less than 22 pace, 44 and change to the half mile. A good setup for someone to close into, and I think that was what made the difference for Dabster. Off the layoff for Bob Baffert, and so, as you said, Bob Baffert starts off Breeders' Cup weekend on a very good note.
10-2, 5-12 unofficially under the wire, and Dabster now a perfect 2-4-3 lifetime with a disqualification. He's crossed the finish line in front in all 3 of his lifetime starts. Son of Curlin, of course, has a great connection to the Breeders' Cup and Breeders' Cup history as well. And Dabster going off at 9-2 odds to take this with a minor upset, some support, and certainly several live tickets in the pick 4 going forward.
Oh, absolutely. Good time for this race. We saw the stake go a little bit quicker than this, but this is first level allowance horses. That is a very, very good time for a first level allowance race.
In terms of watching the times that we've seen so far, anything that we can glean going forward?
Well, I'd say the track is very fast, but I would not say necessarily that it's playing one way or another, only that it's very, very quick.
And Flavien Prat enjoying a big day already, 2 wins on the card as he heads into the Breeders' Cup races a little later. Would seem well mounted over the couple of days, particularly in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. Moonshine Memories, but has to feel really good. Right at home here, and has been doing great work in California for really over the last year and a half.
And Dabster comes back to the winner's circle and looks as good as he did going to the post. If you're a person that likes to look at horses in the post parade and try to watch body language, Dabster sure showed it to you in the warm-up.
Again, unofficially on the board, 10-2-5-12, but it looked to be a fairly clean, straightforward run race, the type of race you like to see on days like this.
Yeah, and no excuse for City of Light. City of Light cleared the field, had it all his way. Maybe 7/8 is just a shade too far for him, but beaten by a very, very good horse in the 10-horse Dabster.
Payouts brought to you by Twin Spires. It is official. Dabster returning $11.40 for the upset. Flavien Prat riding for Bob Baffert, Sheikh Mohammed bin Khalifa Al Maktoum, and company. And you see a nice payoff on the exacta, 1590, when you're involving the two most logical horses in the race, at least as far as the betting was concerned. Payoffs on all the exotics. And that one in the books. Look at the winner's circle as Dabster and Flavien Prat are saluted. Dabster, Keeneland graduate.
Here's Bob Baffert in the silver hair, his trademark. I think that little shadow roll on Dabster is also a trademark of Bob's. He runs a lot of horses in those small shadow rolls.
We've got about 29 minutes to the next race, and coming up next, the $200,000 Gold State Juvenile Fillies. We'll be back with that and the start of the Pick Six. Stay with us.